this episode of Shooting the Shit with Saints.
Oh, baby. I am who I am. My name is my name. Welcome into another video. We're just going to get right to it, guys. Now, I have covered my first round and my second round pick already, but I'm going to go back over them. All right? So here we go. Player in round one that I hate. I hate rookie running backs. It's just my opinion on it, and mostly taking them in the first round. And what I mean is rookie running backs in the early rounds. I absolutely hate it. Now, if you're taking one 5th, 6th, 7th round, I'm cool with it. I just think they start off super hot and fall off because their body breaks down, or they start off super shitty and then they end up balling out. And that's not the only reason I'm picking BIJAN. I don't understand the so-called experts are over here saying Tyler Algier has zero fantasy value, when throughout the season last year, he ended as 100 or 1,000-yard rusher and never exceeded 70% of the snaps in any individual week. In an individual week, he didn't, even with Cordell Patterson missing games. And I think that just shows how Arthur Smith runs it. Now, do I think BIJAN will get the bulk of the snap share? I absolutely do. But I don't see him finishing this year as this, where y'all are drafting him top 4 running back. To me, I can barely see that without injuries happening. And how good is Desmond Ridder? We don't even fucking know. We don't even know. And I know you don't have to be good to dump it down to your running back, or how they have a great offensive line and they're going to be able to run. And I think Bijan Robinson is a ultimately just crazy talented running back. I just think he's better off getting picked next year, okay? Very easy. In the second round, Jonathan Taylor. He is an undraftable player to me. Has nothing to do with his contract. And he failed his physical with his ankle issue that was already fucked up from last year. So that's not good when you have lingering ankle issues. He also had a back issue that he failed his physical for. And then without those factors, without the trade request, without any of that, their win total is 6.5 this year. How good do you think a team with a new head coach and a new quarterback is going to be? A rookie head coach and a rookie quarterback. How good do you think they're going to be? You don't go from a 3-win team to some playoff performer. It's very rare. You don't see it. You don't. I think the most recent time was 2017. It's just, they're going to be dog shit. They're going to be down in games. They could try to establish the run. It doesn't mean they're going to. This is not the same Colts from even 3 years ago, where you had a dominant run game, play action passes. No, this is set up for Anthony Richardson to be the biggest run threat on the team. Even if he gets traded to a good situation, I want no parts of Jonathan Taylor. None. I want no parts of him, man. He was amazing a couple years ago. Other than that, I'm cool on JT. So let's get into a guy that I haven't really covered at all. I haven't. Breece Hall in the 3rd round. I absolutely hate this pick. I fucking hate it. Why are we taking Breece Hall in the 3rd round? I want you to explain. You got a dude in his 2nd year coming off an ACL tear, right? And I'm not saying ACL tears are these major injuries. Like what I talked about with Javonte Williams, I just think it makes the coaches kind of think about when they're going to get you back and giving you your carries back. And do you think it's a coincidence? Just a small coincidence that Dalvin Cook is linked to them? Is it just because of the talent of Dalvin Cook? I don't think so. Do you think Dalvin Cook would go to a place where he's not going to be the RB1? Do you think that? Because I don't. And while Breece Hall was healthy, Michael Carter never saw less than 40% of the snaps. 40%. So I just don't see it with Breece Hall, man. I really don't. And I've always said this. It is the year after the comeback year of the ACL. There has been 2 players since 2015 who have come back the first year after an ACL and averaged even 4 yards a carry. 4 yards. And that was Dalvin Cook and Dion Lewis, who, like Breece Hall, were young. Dalvin Cook was 22, I believe, because he did it at Florida State, and then Dion Lewis toured on the Patriots, came back the next year and averaged 4.4 yards a carry. And that may be what you're looking at for Breece Hall if he's sharing carries like he will be. Won't he? He'll be sharing carries? I believe so. So, I don't know, man. I'm just not in on Breece Hall. I think the Jets are going to be a good offense to have this year. I've been stacking Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers any chance I can get. If I don't get that quarterback in the 4th or 5th round that I want, I don't know. I'm just not feeling Breece Hall. Into the 4th round, Aaron Jones. Yuck. Put that chart up. 28-year-olds. Not that great at finishing in the top 5, and I'm not saying that's what you're looking for. Right? I am not saying that you want these guys, him to finish top 5 when he's going in the 4th round. I'm just saying the upside potential to me isn't there like it used to be with Aaron Rodgers, because Aaron Rodgers would come out and preach, get the ball to 33. We need to give the ball to 33. And how many touchdowns do you think Aaron Jones has on the ground in the last couple years? How many? Because in 2019, he had 16 rushing touchdowns. And since 2019, he has 15 rushing touchdowns the last 3 years combined. We look at Aaron Jones as this high volume back, but really last year was his 2nd most touches in his whole career, and he still only finished 11th. Yes, the offense was bad. Yes, Aaron Rodgers wasn't there for training camp. But with a running back, that isn't an excuse in my eyes. If you're getting the 2nd most touches you've had in your career, why aren't we getting 2nd most touches Aaron Jones production? He was 43rd in attempts inside the 10. He was 37th in the percentage of snaps he got inside the 10. He was 79th in points inside the 5-yard line. And his backup, A.J. Dillon, who you can get in the 8th or 9th round, was 19th. He was top 20 in both of those. A.J. Dillon is a much better value than Aaron Jones. And I know the passing threat. Do you think it's a coincidence that Christian Watson is going to blow up this year? Everybody wants Christian Watson. I think Romeo Doubs is a great late-round pick, because Aaron Jones is not going to get 6 to 10 touchdowns through the air this year. I just don't see it. I do not see it happening, man. I am off that man. Round number 5. One that I really just hate to death. And I didn't even talk about Mark Andrews in the 3rd round. I hate it. J.K. Dobbins. Why the fuck are we even picking him? Like, at all. At all. Period. What do you see there? That he came back last year and was hobbling. He's coming off 2 ACL surgeries, or 2 knee surgeries, excuse me. He had to go get his previous surgery cleaned up. In the last 2 years, he has 2 knee surgeries, both invasive. He's on the PUP list right now. And y'all are still taking him in the 5th fucking round. Throughout his career, these are his injuries. ACL, meniscus, LCL, hamstring. What are we doing? What are we doing taking this guy? I don't know what you're looking at. I can't even fathom taking this motherfucker right now. I would never touch J.K. Dobbins. And he is in this run-heavy offense. They have a new offensive coordinator. They may switch this whole shit up. You don't know what they're going to do with Todd Monken. I just don't see J.K. Dobbins being anything close to being worth a 5th-round pick. In round 6, a guy who I like his fantasy value, but not in the 6th round, is Javonte Williams. Because reason one, Samaje Perine is going to be the goal line back, in my opinion, the whole year. I don't see Javonte being their goal line back. 2, they're going to split carries regardless. We've seen this with Sean Payton the whole time he's been a head coach. He does a 2 RB system. They get identical touches, not even carries. Yes, Javonte might be the pass catching threat, but I want the guy who's going to give me 150 to 200 carries in Samaje Perine, and be the goal line back on an offense that I think will vastly improve, because guess what? They can't get much worse. They can't get any worse, really. They were god-awful last year. Okay? He's coming off an ACL tear. That's 4 to 6 weeks of, to me, Samaje Perine getting all the starting running back work. I'm not saying it's going to be that much more than Javonte, but it's going to be a significant difference where you wish you had Samaje Perine instead of Javonte Williams. And in the 7th round, Marquise Brown? This is the Jonathan Taylor. This is the Jonathan Taylor formula. He has a rookie coach. Horrible quarterback. Jonathan Taylor has a rookie quarterback. Horrible O-line. Horrible offensive coordinator. Horrible play caller. Horrible defense. They're in line for the 1 pick. And I don't know if you put Kyler back out there, considering he's going to come off an ACL tear. Do you really want Kyler Murray, whose reputation is already ruined? I'd rather let a team assume he can go back to old Kyler than show them that he's not when you're going to take Caleb Williams with the 1 pick, which is what they're trying to get. They have the worst roster in the fucking NFL. There is no comparison, and I am a fucking Buccaneers fan. Okay? I am a Buccaneers fan, and I'm saying that. There's no comparison to the Cardinals. All right? None at all. So that's my list. Those are the guys I absolutely hate. Round 8, 9, and 10, to me, it comes down to picking a tight end. Get you some rookie running backs, rookie wide receivers, maybe scoop you a quarterback if you're an old school guy like me and you don't like the injury risk at quarterback of a running quarterback in, how many times am I going to say quarterback, of Justin Fields and Lamar Jackson, if you get what I'm saying. Okay? So that's the video, guys. I do appreciate y'all watching. I know what I'm talking about. The subscriber count ain't high. The view count ain't high. But if you follow these shits that I'm giving you, these videos, you're going to get a good placement if you're in your league. If not, win this bitch. Okay? So y'all keep watching. Y'all keep listening. Y'all keep liking, commenting, and subscribing. I love you all. I'm out. Peace.